About 15 years ago, I was working in a government department approving and rejecting student loans. We had a bunch of different Word docs we had to find and then copy and paste into our working document. Spending time clicking through the folders to find the right document took far too much time and effort for my lazy ass, so I discovered this awesome thing we can do in MS Word: custom autocorrect. Instead of searching for the right file in the right folder, I could just type in a custom command and it would instantly create the letter for me. All we need to do in our Word doc is go File, Options right down the bottom, Proofing, and then Autocorrect Options. We're going to type in SA, and that stands for Student Allowance. Click on Add, and then OK, and then OK. So now when we type in SA and press spacebar, it instantly changes it to Student Allowance. Now if that went a bit fast, let's see it again. We'll go File, Options, Proofing, and then Autocorrect Options. We'll type in SL, and that one stands for Student Loan. We'll click Add, and then OK. Click OK again, and if we type in SL and then finish with a spacebar, we get Student Loan. Now, if you're paying really close attention, you might have seen something. If we go File, Options, Proofing, and then Autocorrect Options, you'll see there's actually two options here. One is plain text, the other is formatted text. And we can't actually click on this. It's all grayed out and we can't do anything. Well, here's how to get that to work. Let's open up a file. Let's go with the Student Allowance Acceptance Letter. And you can see we have the letter here. We'll press Control A and now go up to File, Options, Proofing, and Autocorrect Options. And you can see formatted text has been selected and you can see some stuff is already in here. Let's put in our custom text. I'll put SA Approve, click Add, and then OK. We'll click OK again and delete that. So now when we type in SA App and then press spacebar, it automatically comes up with the letter and we just have to insert these details here. Now we go ahead and do that same process over and over again for all of the documents we use often, and it's going to save me hours of work. Now that's how I did it a few years ago. Fast forward to today and we have even more powerful tools, one in particular that has a lot more features that I've been using for the last month, and I got to say it's a real game changer. This is TextBlaze. You can see down the side you've got folders and then what we call snippets. In here we've got our testing zone. So if I type in /sig, it automatically changes to my signature. If we type in /ty, it's an instant thanks. Now that's just the beginning of what it can do. If we type in style, it gives you an example of how you can format your text, but you can also see down the bottom, you can add images to this in the Pro version. I'm going to delete that because the next part I'm going to show you is what really blows my mind. If we type in /form, it brings up a new window, a new form, and we can actually type in here before hitting insert. So let's say, hi hash, a customer has bought this many widgets at this price, and there's our calculated amount. If we change this to 30, you can see the calculation automatically updates. We can click on insert, and then it inserts that directly where our cursor is. So what I'm using at the moment is the TextBlaze Chrome app, but there is a Windows app as well and a Mac app in beta coming out in the next month or so. For the Chrome extension, I can use the snippets directly in Google Chrome. If I type in here /pic, then it gives me my picture that I've pre-uploaded. Now that's only on the Pro version, but if we check out the pricing, you can see the Pro version gives you 1,000 snippets and it's only $3 a month. Now, if we go back up to the dashboard, I'm going to go over to the gallery because this gives you some amazing tips of where you could use it. Healthcare, education. Down here, you've even got a medical calculator. And if we click on this, here's the calculator and the source snippet. Now, the source snippet looks fairly confusing, but the good thing about TextBlaze is that they're very responsive in their community. We'll go to community and you can see all these questions and answers. Now I had a question and I typed it into the community. The team got back to me within less than half an hour. And then within an hour and a half, I was on a call to them, showing them so that we could troubleshoot. They've only got like a team of 10, but they are seriously responsive and I'm very impressed. And while all of these automations are useful, you might be thinking, isn't AI just going to take over this whole thing? Well, here's where it gets more interesting. If you're familiar with AI tools like ChatGPT, you'll know how important it is to get your prompts right. But there's one aspect that a lot of people miss, and that's world building. You're about to see how we can use TextBlaze to transform the way you use AI. If you want the best output from ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, you should be giving it a specific context. In this example, you can see that I'm giving ChatGPT the full context of who I am and what my business is. I'll tell it who we are, what we do, our values, and our target audience. Then when I give it my prompt, it's going to give me a response that is much more customized and much more in-depth than if I didn't give it all that information. Now the problem is I don't want to write this out every time I start a new conversation. So I'm just going to select my world building text, right click it, mouse over TextBlaze, and then select Make Snippet. This opens up the dashboard and call it World Build. Now if I want to, let's say, create some new content, I can just start with /world build, and it automatically fills in the world building prompt for me. Finish off with what my needs are, and we're good to go. Now this video just barely scraped the surface of what TextBlaze can do and how automation can change your business completely. So if you want to learn more about TextBlaze, head on down to the description, click that link. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. I'll see you next time.